We are students from the University of Massachusetts Amherst, and as part of our Natural Resource Conservation class, we were involved in a civic engagement project where we volunteered at the Silvio O. Conte National Fish and Wildlife Refuge to remove invasive plant species along the trip.
The refuge protects over 36,000 acres of the Connecticut River watershed across Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Vermont. At Fort River in Hadley, Massachusetts, there is a mile-long, fully accessible trail that ensures that anybody can go out and see the natural beauty of the forest. Our group spent a day learning about and clearing invasive plant species to help preserve the wildlife diversity in the area.
We were given the privilege of working with Brad, an intern, and Cynthia, an employee, who introduced us to and gave us the tools to extract the invasive species bittersweet, multiflora rose, and Japanese barberry.
The first invasive species that we were to remove was bittersweet. It is easily identifiable by its alternating round leaves that taper off at the end and the medium brown-colored bark of the vine that coils around trees and shrubs. It will take over one tree and then move over to one adjacent to it and will continue to spread. To preserve the life of the native species to the area, it is important to try to remove this species where it is prevalent. To remove this species, we cut across the vine, getting as close to the root as possible. Then, Brad and Cynthia would apply an herbicide to the newly cut root so that it does not regrow.
Another invasive plant species that we encountered was multiflora rose, which can be ID'd by its pinnately divided, 1-inch, sharply toothed leaflets, its fringed stipules at the base of each leaf, its curved red thorns, and its clusters of bright red rose hips. To remove the plant, you must get rid of the rose hips since birds will eat them and spread the seeds around, and they can last up to 20 years in soil. By digging up or cutting away the base of the plant and applying herbicide, you can limit the regrowth of the plant, but it's also important to follow up because of the seed's long viability.
Japanese barberry is an invasive evergreen shrub that grows in clusters. It has narrow leaves that are narrow at the base, widen in the middle, and taper off again, looking like a spoon. Each cluster of leaves has a small barb and has red, oblong-shaped fruits. To prevent the spread of this invasive species, we dug it out with our pitchforks, then we hand-picked the red fruits off the plants and placed the uprooted plants high off the ground, so it would not regrow anywhere. Lastly, Cynthia and Brad went around and applied the herbicide to the roots to prevent regrowth.
Overall, I'd have to say that our volunteering at the Wildlife Refuge was definitely fun, educational, and rewarding. Our experiences with civic engagement has definitely left us feeling motivated to continue to make positive changes through volunteer work. We chose to volunteer in the Amherst area to try and give back to the local community and benefit local wildlife.
Throughout our 8-hour workday, we only cleared a small section of this forest from its invasives, so we were able to see firsthand how extensive the problem really was. And to get involved, you can download the Outsmart Invasives app where you can report the presence of invasive species in a particular area so professionals can better monitor and identify invasive species prevalence.